Hey YouTube, in this video I'm going to be comparing a Emerson CQC-6 full handmade custom to a Po Boy 6, Super 6 that started life as a Super Raven B. Now this knife belongs to my friend Trevor. He goes by the name Crade on the USN, and this knife has been handled by a couple of different modifiers. First was Tom Crine, who redid the blade angle and the blade geometry to resemble a 6. FERRRK, who did all the handle work, and Dragon Cut, who did the laser engraving on the blade itself. Of course, he had like permission of the Emersons to reuse their logo, because this was completely it used to be a stonewash blade, but now it's polished and everything. And then it has the number 6 is just Trevor's own marking. He has like a bunch of different knives that have been modified, and I guess this was the 6th one. Alright, so let's start looking at the differences. Most of the differences that I've seen are on the bolsters, and the first thing that I noticed was the scalloping. When you try to open the knife, the actual Emerson 6 is easier to open than the FERRRK 6, mainly because of this large scalloping compared to the smaller scalloping here. And then next we'll take a look at the jimping on the back. The FERRRK 6, which is on the left, has more blocky and larger jimping. Actually, it's kind of similar to what you would see on a Strider, compared to the Emerson jimping, which is much more just like smaller and sharper. Okay, and then we look to the top here, where we have this cutout, this little notch on the right hand side, which is the custom Emerson. And then on the left is there's no notch on the FERRRK 6. And then if we look at the lock bar, we again see the difference in the jimping and the cutting between the two. The one on the left again is the FERRRK, which has a larger and more blocky jimping or cutting, and there's the grooves on the custom Emerson are much finer and sharper. Actually, there's not too much difference on the jimping on the front of the bolster, which would be up here. Obviously, there is difference, but it's not nearly as large as the difference on the lock bar or on the spine of the handle. Next is the thickness. Let me see if I can get both of these closed. All right. The thickness of the liners is much larger on the FERRRK knife than on the CQC-6. But I think that was just Trevor's preference. I think he likes his knives a little bit bulkier, which is just fine. The actual ratio from bolster to scale work is pretty much the same. Yeah, he actually does a really nice job getting the lines and even the screw placements at the same ratio. I didn't even notice this before until I started examining this for Trevor, but the bolster of the CQC-6 is not straight across. It actually is curved a little bit, which is also mimicked in the FERRRK knife on the left. Of course, the bolsters are both bee-blasted. Mine are much more smooth because I've been using it a lot. It's got a lot of rub marks on it, but they used to be both. This one used to be a lot more gritty, like it comes right from the media blasting. And the screws are the same, the small flathead screws, and the dovetails are pretty accurate as well at the end of the handle. Of course, the placement of the lanyard hole is the same. So overall, FERRRK does a great job, but it's not perfect. I mean, these are things that I don't know what Trevor told him to make. I mean, maybe he said he wanted a smaller scalloping. I'm not really sure. On the earlier CQC-6s, there's double scallops. There would be a scallop on both sides of the bolster, which again, you obviously only see one scallop on the FERRRK knife. Let's see. I think that's about it. Trevor, let me know if you have any questions or any specific questions. I can make like a short video for you. Oh, I did want to mention this. The angle of the top of the bolster is different. As you can see, it's just different. I can't really explain it, but the bolster at the top is kind of radiused differently on the FERRRK knife compared to the the full Emerson custom. All right, I guess that's about it. As always, be dressed to play and geared to slaughter. See ya.